Hey, so you're going to play oboe. That's really awesome. It takes special students to play these instruments. Some of the students that I've had that played oboe are super smart, so hopefully you fit in that category. First thing before we play our oboe is to figure out how to open up the case and assemble it so that we don't break it before we start playing on it. Most cases will have a name on the top of the case. In this instance, the brand name of the instrument is not on the case. This case is a replacement case for an old one that no longer worked. So one thing that you can do to help you is you can put a piece of tape, like a blue piece of masking tape or something, on the top, and then it's easy for you to remember which way to put it up, because the back side looks just like the top side. So in this case, my name is on the top. I taped my name on the top because I ran out of name tags. Okay? If you don't have a name tag and you just have a blank case, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that your latches are going to open upwards, like that. Okay? And then still, just because it's your first time opening up your case, I would open it up slowly just to make sure nothing falls out. Notice how I have the oboe on a very stable surface. Okay, I'm not holding it on my lap. I'm not putting it on a stand, because those are surfaces that are unstable. The instrument could fall and the keys and the rods could get bent, which will damage your instrument, and then your parents will have to take it to the shop and get it fixed. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is this is your body joint, this is your upper body joint, and this is your bell. All right, so let's first take out the bell, and we're going to take out the lower body joint. Now this case is a little funky, it's going to want to close, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it close. All right, if you notice, this particular oboe has a little bridge area that is going to go over this top portion right here. Okay, so I'm going to grab the oboe where there's the least amount of keys and get a decent grip on it, so that way, and I'm going to press this key down so that way the bridge just goes over nicely. Now this is a used oboe, so the cork is greased and it's nice and easy to put on there. Okay, if you have a brand new oboe, you might need to use some cork grease. Okay, so let me show you what the cork grease looks like. This is cork grease. It's not chapstick. Don't put it on your lips. We don't want to call the ER for an emergency cork grease removal off of your lips. Okay, that would not be good. Now, pretend like we're taking out the top joint. I'm going to set down my bottom joint. Pretend like this is a little bit too hard to put on. Okay, so I'm going to apply just a little tiny bit of cork grease on there just so that I can loosen up the restriction on that joint. Okay, and then I spread it with my finger. Yes, it's lots of fun. Okay, now this one I have to be careful because there's another bridge joint. This key right here is another bridge joint. Okay, and it's going to connect right here. So you see the lower joint has several pieces that are sticking up that I have to be careful not to hit when I'm assembling the instrument. The other bridge joint is right underneath here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grip that key with this thumb so that way that bridge stays up, and then I'm going to grip, let me find it real quick, this key right here, so that way both bridges stay up. Okay, so it's this joint here and this joint back here. Right here, I'm going to press down. Okay, and so I'm going to gently twist it, and it should go right on. And notice how those bridge points did not collide with each other, which is really important because you do not want them to bend. They bend out of shape, but the instrument is not going to work correctly for you. Okay, and then the final thing is to put on your oboe reed. Now most oboe reeds have cases. The case for this reed was lost. The student lost it and didn't replace it, so we have to order a new one. you may need to put a little bit of cork grease on the reed, on the cork portion of the reed, just to make sure that it goes down nice and easy. And again, I'm going to spread that with my finger, and there it goes, nice and easy. Now that cork still is sealing. You don't have to apply cork grease every day. If it's a new instrument, you might have to apply it every day for like the first week or two, just until the cork settles in and gets used to the setup. You kind of break it in like you do a pair of shoes. Okay. Now, okay, you played in band. You're done with practice. Now it's time to put your instrument away. First thing you want to do is you want to put your reed away, because that's the part that could get broken the easiest. It gets snagged on a shirt, on fabric, hair, necklaces, bracelets, anything around your mouth that would get snagged on. Okay, so I just did that. All right, now I'm gonna take off the top joint, and again, I want to make sure that my bridge areas do not collide with each other. So I'm just gonna grip lightly here and twist off. Just twist. Do the twist. Okay. Notice how the head joint, if I try to put it in there, it's not going to fit in that way. Okay. It kind of tells you exactly where it's supposed to go. Okay. Going to take that piece off. Then I'm going to take off this piece. Remember, I had to put this key down right here just to make sure that this bridge doesn't get smashed or misaligned. And then I put this in here. It fits nicely. And I put this in here with the key up so that the keys don't get smashed. And then I close it. I make sure the latches are secure before I take it to my next class and get ready to learn something new.